everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tiffany. I haven't posted a video in a while. I know my YouTube game has been like totally off, but one of my goals for 2021 is to become consistent on YouTube again and just get in the rhythm of posting videos at least one time a week. Today is gonna be a video talking about how I got to where I am. So this girl Vivi DM'd me on Instagram and she said, I wanted to know if in nursing school, did you do a tech job at the ED while in school? I'm really interested in trying to be able to graduate and work in the ED. Do you mind telling me how you got to get where you are? Also, is there any PRN tech openings right now in the ED or not really because of COVID? What I did was when I was in high school, I did dual enrollment, which is pretty much taking college classes while you're in high school. So senior year of high school, I was literally only on campus, like my high school campus, for one class, and that was SGA. And all of my other classes were at Valencia College, which is a community college. And I took advantage of dual enrollment because I already knew I wanted to go into nursing school. So the degree you pursue while you're in high school and taking dual enrollment classes is just general education. So the classes that I took were specifically my nursing school prerequisites. So like anatomy and physiology 1, 2, biology, microbiology, and like algebra, statistics. Like I already knew the prerequisites for nursing school, and I took advantage and I took those in high school as part of my like general education for my AA, but also as my prerequisites for nursing school. So it was like killing two birds with one stone. So because I did that, I was able to, you know, apply to nursing school at an earlier age and then go through that whole process, girl. Like I already knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted to become a nurse. So I was like, in high school, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I finished my AA a semester after I graduated high school. So that was the summer after I graduated high school. I graduated with my AA. Then that fall, I started applying or like looking into applying to nursing schools. So that was like what, fall 2016, fall 2016. Wow, it's already been 4 years. But I was still taking one or two, or like my last two prereqs for nursing school because I didn't take it my first semester when I was doing my AA. So I was still finishing up my prereqs that fall. Then that spring, I applied to a bunch of nursing programs, got denied to a bunch of nursing programs, and I finally got accepted into the Seminole State concurrent program with UCF. So that spring, this is kind of confusing. This is spring 2017. So spring 2017, like a whole year later after I graduated high school, is when I got accepted into my nursing program. And that spring, I took a class at UCF while I was waiting for nursing school to start. So we were able to take like a class that I needed later on in the program, but we were able to take it before we started the program. And that class was crap. I don't even remember, but it was like just one of the elective classes that we needed. It was physiological psychology, I think. Physiological psychology, that was the class. I only took one class while I was at UCF that semester. That semester was super fun because I was actually going to the campus and got to experience a little bit more of the college life that I had never experienced because I was so focused in high school, and while I was taking my prereqs, I was so focused on getting good grades, and plus I wasn't even 21 yet. I mean, not that you know what I mean, but I was so focused in school that I never like really like went out and stuff. So after the spring semester of spring 2017, I think I had the whole summer off, like no classes or anything. I was just like relaxing, living my life before I started nursing school, just working at like Outback. And then I started my program fall 2017. So pretty much the whole program took like around 2 years, and I graduated in the spring of 2019. And once I graduated, it was like around April, around 2 months before I was about to graduate, I was starting to look into jobs. I went to hiring fairs. I only went to like 2 hiring fairs. They were honestly like just kind of like, I don't know. For me, it was like kind of like BS. I wasn't really vibing with it because there was just like a bunch of other candidates. I didn't really like the hiring fairs or like the job fairs. You get to see all the different hospitals in your area, which is kind of cool, but as far as like interviewing with a bunch of like other people there, I wasn't really like into that. So for this job, I was already working in the hospital system. I got a job like 2 months before, or I'm sorry, like 2 semesters before graduating. I was a float tech at one of the hospitals in my hospital system, and so pretty much I got to go on to every single floor and be a tech there for like a day. I got to go to the psych units, the med surge unit, except ICU and except like mother baby, pretty much all the med surge floors and psych I got to be a tech on. So from that experience, I got to realize like which floors I don't want to work in. Like I realized I do not want to be a nurse on a neuro floor or a GI floor or this floor or that floor. I really liked like ortho wasn't too bad, cardiac wasn't too bad, but from that experience being a float tech, I got to see which floors I would be interested in applying to and which floors I did not want to do. Unfortunately, I never got the opportunity to go in the ED or shadow in the ED, so I had no idea what I was jumping into. The only ED experience I had was when I did practicum in nursing school at a level 2 trauma center, but that was a completely different system. So before applying to my current job, I never saw that environment. Like where I worked, I never had like any experience at my job or even in my hospital system, like within my hospital system when I was a float tech. Obviously, if you can get into the ED as a tech, that is amazing. That's going to be a great opportunity for you, a great experience for you, and it's going to pretty much, you're going to be able to put your foot in the door. So that when you become a RN, you can apply there and you're most likely going to be able to get a job there. But I was not a tech in the ED. Also, when it came time to applying to jobs, I applied to this like pretty much it was a general position. Like the name was very general. It was just like new graduate something something, and then pretty much HR called me and told me all the floors that were hiring, and it was pretty much a bunch of med surge floors and floors that I had already been a tech on, and I knew that I did not want to be a nurse on. So based on my experience as a tech, I told the HR person like, hey, like, are there any openings in the ED? And she told me there was one opening at the campus I am at right now, and she was like, you know, girl, she did not say it like that, but she was like, it's pretty hard to get into the ED, like it's pretty competitive, there's only like a certain amount of positions and yada yada yada, and I'm like, girl, if you can give me an interview for this ED position, please give it to me. And so she reached out to the manager and I was able to get an interview and I was able to land the job. Everything is just such a long journey, but once I got this job, I was so freaking excited. Like it was so surreal to me, like, because people say don't start out in the ED as your first job, don't start out in the ER, you want med surge experience, yada yada yada. So actually starting out in the ER like as my first nursing job, like it was so surreal to me and I was so freaking excited. And that was like crap, that was like over a year ago now, and I cannot believe that I've been working in this job for like a little bit over a year now. It's just insane. But honestly, the longest journey is just freaking school, like doing your prereqs. You just need to really plan it out. You really need to plan it out, but if things don't go according to your plan, you need to learn how to adjust, but try to stick to your plan as much as possible. But you need to be flexible. If you have kids, if you're married, if you have a family, if you have a full-time job, know that you can do it, because there was people in my program that had like kids, full-time jobs, like they did it. They freaking did it. So if they can do it, if I can do it, then you can do it too. If you have any other questions about the process, the whole process of applying to nursing school is so complicated. It really depends on which program you want to get into. So look at the program's website specifically, look at their prereqs. They're gonna have like the whole application process listed there. I didn't even mention the T's. I took the T's obviously before applying to nursing school, and I only took it one time. I make it seem so straightforward, but pretty much I did my prereqs, I applied to nursing school, I got a job as a tech. I was a float tech in the hospital system. This was while I was in nursing school, almost done with nursing school. And then I started applying to jobs online. I went to a couple hiring fairs, didn't really vibe with them, And I landed the interview for this job, interviewed, and I got into the EdNIT program, which is the ED nurse internship program. And I finished the EdNIT program, and now I've been working as a nurse in the ER in a pandemic for almost, well, the pandemic part is like almost been a year now. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys have, like I said, if you have any other questions, let me know. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.